Hey folks, I'm HP and this is Dr. Pink, and today we're going to talk about smooth jazz licks, and this is how they probably might sound to give an impression. Very easy and smooth. Oh yeah. Just had lunch. Yeah, something like that, in this direction. Before we start, we need to first analyze the progression, because if we don't know the progression, we don't know the modes. Therefore, we don't know what to play. So let's analyze the progression. First, you have A minor 7, D7, A minor 7, or A minor. Okay, it's A minor 11, but it's A minor 7. Then we have F7. Then we have E7. That repeats itself. A minor 11 to D9. A minor 11. D9. Then we have F9. And E7, sharp 11, not sharp 9, or so on. So, what does that mean? The A minor 11 is a substitute just for the A minor 7. So, we have basically it's A minor 7, D7 vamp at the beginning, meaning if you have a vamp with a minor and a dominant chord, which is a fourth above, in this case the D, then it's a typical 2-5 vamp. So we play Dorian and Mixolydian, Dorian on the A minor and Mixolydian on the A, blah, 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 D7. And then it switched to F7. And this is a little bit tricky to understand now. F7. Now, if you want to understand what I'm going to play on F7, when you take a normal progression in A minor, basically the track is in A minor. So, A minor, we have one of the most typical progression in A minor would be A minor, G, F to E, kind of a Spanish progression, or a very typical minor progression. So this would be normal A minor, meaning Aeolian. So on the F, normal A minor, we will play the Lydian mode. But since it is a F7, the mode is Lydian flat 7. Why that? First we need to understand what is the Lydian mode. Oh my god, it's getting complicated. The Lydian mode is a... let's see that on the fretboard now first. Yeah, sorry guys, before you can become smooth, you need to think a little bit. So, the Lydian mode, you can look at it this way. Or you can play over the entire track. You can play on the first part, you could play A Dorian, which would be this one here. I'm playing the 3-note per string variation now, playing it up into the 12th. But you could also play it here like this. This is also A Dorian. Yeah, and if you count the notes through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the sixth note is the essential one. Now, the first part is Dorian and Mixolydian, which are these notes. Or in general, Dorian starts here, and Mixolydian would start here on the D. But the same notes, the same pattern. Now, I come to back to that later in detail. Now, when it goes to F7 to E7 sharp 9, then the entire thing switches to normal A minor, which will be Aeolian. In this case, you just need to change one note. The sixth note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, was before here. Move that 1/2 step. And here we are. See? So this is now Aeolian. If you want to play Lydian, go to the F, which is the sixth note again. Then you start the scale here. And that gives you Lydian. Just play it from F to F, then you have Lydian. Yeah. But unfortunately now it's a F7, and then you. So this note is missing here. If you play this, this would be Lydian, but it contains this note. Just move this half down, then you have Lydian flat 7. Or count through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh note, move down half step, then you have Lydian flat 7. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit complicated, but it's no easier way to explain it. And E7, then we just play normal Aeolian. Or Aeolian. We just change one note, this one here, this G sharp. But you don't need to go too much into these details, but it's good to know this stuff. Now come to practical side. I'm going to show the licks now. So this is the first part. That was very easy now. But now we try to see it in the theoretical context, even if it was very easy. We have this is a typical lick. Starting on the 5th, slide in the 12th. Which is Then we make this one here. We're in the Dorian scale, as you remember. There's this one here. And now, we really play on the chords. So this one is, we start on the 5th and go on the 9th of the A minor. This would be A minor 9. We want to have this note in the melody. And now, go down the scale on this note, and this is an important note. Why? Because I'm playing a D7 now. This one is the triad of the D7. See? So we really adapt to the chord. And this is a very easy method if you don't want to get too deep into theory, that you still can play along the chords. See? You can do that twice. Then comes the F7. Then I play this one here, and I play F7 here. This is the F7 chord, and just played 2 notes out of the chord. So I adapted to the chord and E7. Normal E7. Again, just moved it down. And this sounds great without knowing too much scales and stuff like that. So. See, works good. Now comes F7. Now we play around this little lick which you learned, and now you can understand, since we like put in the like the keynotes. Now we try to play around this stuff. Then you can expand these licks, like, and you play around those keynotes. The keynote in this case is this the B, which is the 9 of the A minor 9. So this that one. This keynote, and on the D it's this note. On the F, this, and on the E, this. Now we play a little bit around these keynotes. See? Now what happened? You need to know a little bit which notes are possible. So it's the theoretical background which I explained before with the modes. It's really helpful. So but you can also do it something in the intuitive way. You really will notice which note will not work out fine. So how you play around keynotes? You can just noodle a little bit around, and then the keynote, and end up on the keynote, like. In this case, if you play like longer sequences, then you need to know the modes, of course. In this case, yeah, and on the F7 and on the E7, then I switch to the Aeolian scale. So let's see how that sounds. See how this works. I did, and this was only with kind of basic theoretical background. And this is also basically the way you start to develop motifs and start to develop some ideas. I can just play simple stuff in a smooth jazz manner. Another thing which is also very useful is if you play runs, but therefore you need to have a certain speed. So it also is a good exercise here just to play the scale. You can play the scale, but then stop on a key note. Let's see how that goes. See, now I play this scale, the Dorian scale, in 16 notes. And when I was up here, they already switched to D, so I go back on the keynote. See? What I did before this. That also works. A little sequence run here. In the Dorian scale, just always 4 down, then move 1 down, again 4 down. And end it up again on a keynote. So let's do the first one. This will be this one here. The other one. That was a mistake, sorry. Again, do this one first. That one is better, like this. So make 4 little motifs. You do it 4 times, and it ends up perfectly here on the keynote of the D. See? Yeah. So now we have 2 runs, and this. And let's see how that works. Run number 1. Oh wait. Let's start with the easy licks and then go into the runs. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now we do a run. What I did now at the end, I used a little sequence run, this one here, and stopped on the keynote of the F. So you don't really need to play Lydian flat 7 if you don't want to. Just need to know the keynotes out of the chord. See? I played this little run in Dorian, stopped on the keynote of F and played again the same run, and stopped off the keynote of the E. That works pretty fine. And you can move around the keynotes up here, and you're pretty fine, and you don't really sound like you're playing licks, because licks don't really make sense. It's much better if you develop any kind of motifs. So I'll give another example for this again. You can see that. And be smooth as a cat. Yeah, these were a few ideas how you can develop motifs by checking out the modes in a simple way, just switching between the main key centers. In this case, we have been A Dorian and A Aeolian, or really playing modes on each chord. But as you now seen in this example, if I say play Lydian flat 7, that doesn't mean you need to play the entire scale. Just need to adapt to the chord which comes around. Either by just checking out the chord, play the chord, then you have all notes which are in the chord are key notes. And just play the plain chords and not like complicated chords like, I don't know, F7, 9, sharp 11 or whatever. Just a plain chord, F7 or E7 without any options. And these are all keynotes, and you play around those keynotes by using the modes, or if it's too complicated, just by using the key centers, this case A Dorian and A Aeolian. And then just try to be creative and smooth. Yeah, I think that's enough for today for all smooth jazz fans out there. If you have any questions, you can have a private online lesson. If you love my stuff, follow me on Instagram. Facebook is also a convenient social media platform which I'm using. The backing track is the link is below, is on my website, and I need a new computer workstation, so a donation would be welcome. Yeah, so me and Dr. Pink are signing off. Yo.